Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk a little bit about our butterflies today, or our caterpillars, or our pupas. Okay, they're kind of all at a bunch of different stages right now. So first I'll show you, then we'll talk about the poster behind me or the chart behind me, and then what I have is I've posted kind of a time-lapse video of how things are going. So last night I tried to catch them going into their chrysalis or their cocoon. That might be a more familiar word. And 3 of them did it while I was sleeping, the little tricky guys. But there are some that are still not quite at that stage yet. And so I'm hoping to catch that so that I can take a video of it and share it with you guys. But for right now, I'm going to show you what we got going on, okay? So remember in our Zoom the other day when I had them on here, I'm going to see if you can, hold on. Oh. So these ones right here, hold on, I don't want to shake them up too much. These ones right here have gone into the chrysalis stage, okay? There's one guy over here, this guy right here. He's not there yet, but they're all hanging from the top. There's a couple other that have gone into their chrysalis stage, okay? But the rest are kind of in between, all right? So what I want to talk about right now is just how that change has happened since they showed up. So a butterfly life cycle is, I'm going to move you guys a little bit closer so you can see all of this, because Miss Collis did her very best coloring. Okay, so when the caterpillars arrived, they weren't eggs, they were already caterpillars, but they were, or larvae, they were this big. They were not big at all. They were very tiny, okay? But they start out as a little egg, okay? So the butterfly lays an egg on a leaf, and that egg then becomes the larva. So when Miss Collis got them in the mail, they were tiny, okay? And this whole stage that they are a caterpillar or a larva is that one stage. So they come out of the egg, they eat a ton, and like they eat and eat and eat for like 10 days straight. They crawl around and they eat, and they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you guys know because you've seen how big they've gotten, all right? And the reason they do that is, can you imagine how hungry you would be if you didn't eat for 2 weeks? That's what happens with our larvae, is they need to eat and get so big so that when they go into their chrysalis or their cocoon, they have enough inside them so that they can still survive, so they can still be alive, okay? So they eat so much that they can sleep for 2 weeks, all right? So what's happening now is we still have a few of ours that are in that larva or caterpillar stage. They have all climbed up to the top of the container, so that's a great sign, okay? And we do have 3 right now that are in the chrysalis stage. So that's when they hang upside down, and that's when they transform. They change into a butterfly, all right? So what's going to happen now is once all of those guys have gone into the chrysalis, or into their pupa, or the cocoon, so many words, Miss Collis is going to transfer them into their habitat, into their butterfly habitat. And then they will stay in there for probably 10 days to 2 weeks. I'll update you. But then slowly they'll start to come out and they will be butterflies. And then that is when we are going to release them, okay? So we're kind of in this stage right now, all right? And then we're going to go into that stage where they become a butterfly, all right? I'm going to keep an eye on these guys and see if we can catch some of them going into a chrysalis and catch some of them coming out as butterflies, because that would be the coolest thing ever. That's got to be one of the perks of staying at home and babysitting caterpillars all the time, right? Is I get to see them change, and I get to share that with you. So that is our butterflies for right now. that's all you guys have to do about the butterflies. But I do want you to keep going with your plant journal, all right? So make sure that you update your plant journal. Draw me another picture of what's happening. Hopefully you guys have some sprouted plants and they're starting to grow. If you have some that are growing, get your moms and dads to send me a picture. I would love to see it, all right? When they get about this big and when it gets nice outside, which isn't today because it's kind of spitty, rainy, windy, you guys can plant them in your garden and they'll grow into beans. It's pretty cool. That's it for today. We'll talk to you later. See you. Bye.